Hey, how are we doing? Welcome to my Premier League predictions for Matchday 32, starting on Tuesday night at St James's Park. We have Newcastle against Everton. My prediction is at St James's Park and the forms of both clubs, and so on. And it's getting to that point of the season. Newcastle will want to really fight for Europe. So my prediction will be Newcastle 3, Everton 0. On to Nottingham Forest against Fulham. If it wasn't for the FA charge for Nottingham Forest, I would have said 2-0 Fulham. But Nottingham Forest had that to fight for as well as their survival anyway. So I would say it's going to be a 2-2 draw at the City Ground. On to Bournemouth against Crystal Palace. I think that's going to be, if it's at Selhurst Park, I would probably say 2-1 Palace. But it's at Bournemouth, and Palace aren't really that convincing under the new coach. I'm going to say 2-1 to Bournemouth. But it's going to be a good game for sure. And yeah, I just think Bournemouth at home have just that bit too much of an edge. On to Turf Moor for Burnley against Wolves. My prediction is Burnley will score, but will concede 3. So my prediction is Burnley 1, Wolves 3. On to West Ham against Spurs. I have a feeling that West Ham won it this. It's at West Ham Stadium. They're in the Europa League quarterfinals. They got that coming up. They want to prove to themselves as well as to everyone else they're actually on form now, domestically as well as in Europe. And obviously Spurs have got their ambitions as well, but I think as it's at the West Ham ground, West Ham will nick it 2-1. On to the Wednesday games. We start at the Emirates. Arsenal against Luton. It's a walk in the park for Arsenal, if you ask me. It's just too simple of a prediction. So therefore, I'm going to be brutally honest. It's going to be Arsenal 6, Luton 0. On to Brentford against Brighton in West London. Ivan Toney might score. Brentford will give Brighton a good game. But I think in the end, Brighton will have slightly too much for Brentford, because Brighton will now want to fight for Europe. They've experienced it, they want it so much again. So yeah, Brentford 1, Brighton 2. On to Man City against Aston Villa. Well, Villa won earlier in the season at Villa Park, but I think Man City at Etihad is that stage of the season will have too much for Aston Villa, and therefore I say Man City 3, Aston Villa 1. On to the Thursday games. We start with Liverpool at Anfield against Sheffield United. I have to be honest, it's at Anfield. Liverpool, another team, along with Arsenal and Man City in the 3 title race. It's going to be another thrashing, isn't it? I'm going for one more than the Arsenal Luton. I'm going for Liverpool 7, Sheffield United 0. And finally, we've got Chelsea against Man United at Stamford Bridge. My prediction is a draw, a 4-goal filler, and yeah, I think Chelsea Not so convincing in the FA Cup. Do better in the Premier League. United have looked solid this season. Most people would say 2-0 Man United. I'm going to say draw. Anyway, thanks for watching my Premier League predictions. Match day 32. But for now, I'm out. Bye.